Hello there guys. Now I want to show you about this student report system that I've developed. Now let's get started. So this is the login page for this report form. So here I just need to log in with these credentials and then I'm logged in. Now when you log in, you can see the dashboard. The dashboard simply shows the average grades of different subjects that your entire school has performed, that is different subjects and with their average grades. So you can see, for example, for biology we have this, we have also for physics as well as chemistry and so forth. So this dashboard is basically once you get to key in different subjects and for the entire school. So this is what will be showed here. Now here is as we begin here, we have things such as admin profile. You can register a user here who of course can be either a normal user or admin. So the difference between admin and normal user is that the normal user can only have limited access to this particular application. For admin, he has all the access such as adding exam details and many other activities here. You can also manage the users that of course you have registered, or in this case we only have one who is the admin, and admin cannot delete himself, so we only have admin, as you can see. We also have manage roles. For example, here you can shift. For example, let's say we had another user, for example, is a teacher, because here you can register user and admin. So here you'll have manage users, the user here. So the user will have a delete option here. So in this case, we can just register. So let's say Brian, and then here we have Brian at gmail.com, and then here I just give random password, and I register him as a normal user. So when I come to manage users, you see you can now delete Brian because the admin has all that capability. You can also manage roles. So for example, you can switch the admin here to, for example, you can see Brian here is an admin. So these are the people I've registered so far. So you can switch this person to either a teacher, either to a normal user once you get to register them here. Now let's go to exam details. So for example, in the exam details, you can add the subject, of course, the normal high school subjects that are done. You can also go to as well as add streams. Now this report form has two functionalities. It has schools without streams, that is, for example, Form 1A, Form 1B, Form 1 South, North, and so forth. And also it has with streams and without streams, in short. So here, for example, if we have a stream, you come here and select the class, and then you submit that class within this report form. Next, we also have add class. So here you can add classes like Form 1, Form 2, Form 3 if you have not done so. In this case, they are already added. You can also add a student here. So you can add a student. Actually, now this is the main part. You can add a student, admission number, select the class is in, the stream it belongs. Let's say it's Form 1, class is Form 1, then Form 1B or Form 1A, or Form 2, Form 2A and B, and so forth. Now next, you can also select a subject for that particular student as you're adding. So you can do that. As well, you can also that is, once you have added the student, you can also as well add for him or her. That is by adding the admission number here, the same admission number here. Then you can add the subjects, and then exam 1, what did he get out of that, exam 2, exam 3, and then the teacher for that subject. Now this one can be customized. This is just for a particular school that has this format. Okay, now we also have activities. So activities, we have comments, and comments is whereby you can come here, select as Form 1, and then select a student, and then choose that student and then give him the comments. Of course, these comments will come when you have already added all the details, and then they have been ran, and then you can see now the performance. So let's say we are accessing students or the schools without streams. You can see here, you can view the report card. Now, based on the performance of this student here that you can see here, those comments will be captured here. That's here and here, and that's what we have here. So here you can add the teacher's comment, the principal's comment can add his comment there, and so forth. So next we have under the student list is not the student list, sorry, but the comments we have is primary details. Primary details you can add, for example, the student name, admission number, the primary school, of course, and then the KCP here, marks and position. Now this is not necessary if you don't want to have this functionality, but the school that wanted this report form, they wanted this so that once the report form is generated, these details can be captured on this part here. And then next is now that is student activities, comments and details. That is primary details. You also have the settings, so you can add settings for your school. For example, here you can add the logo, the name of the school, the current year, the term, and then here you can add the term start date, end date, next term start date, next term end date, and so forth, and as well as school motto and school vision, and then you save the settings there. So I believe that one is easy to understand. So that is on the settings, and as well you can also access settings here. Now when we go to the student list, as you saw here we have the students, the school, that is students with streams. That means this is the school that has streams. So for example, this student could be belonging to Form 1A, because here we are selecting Form 1. So Form 1A student, this student could be in Form 1B and so forth. So they could be in different streams. However, this report form is able to calculate, if we are using streams, we can have a stream position. So it was 26 out of 50, and overall position was 26, maybe out of 100. Let's say the overall stream of Form 1 is 100 students. So we can have that. So here, basically now the data that is here is for students without streams. That's why we have this not applicable. So now let's go to, let me show you with the students with no streams. So here what we have is, of course, we have now the details that have been captured, the admission number and so forth. So here you can edit, of course, a particular student. You can edit the details here, the subject and so forth, and select the form and so forth. And then you can also, if you are dealing with streams, you can also edit and add that student to a particular stream. Now we also have delete, so you can delete a student if you want to delete, and as well view report card, which is now this one here. Next is you can also generate Form 1, that is export Form 1 student report, and when you export this, this one will just give you a detail of, it will show you whatever is on the database will just be presented here within this report form. Let me try to open it again. So that's what we have within our Excel. Okay, so this is what we have. So here what we'll have is just a student, for example, the one student with the ID of 1, and then here to give you the different details. That is, for example, the subject that he has done, of course, the marks, and then of course the whatever is just on this output here is what is just being presented here. And I believe this is important if you want as a school to do different analysis. Now, so that is done. You can also toggle here whereby you can navigate here different forms. For example, if I go to Form 2, now these students are in Form 2. students are in Form 2, and as well you can also view their reports. You can also select students in Form 3, and as well here you can also move along so to see the entire students within each class. You can also go to Form 4 and so forth. Now, you can also search for a particular student. So let's say, for example, you wanted to search for Brian. You can also search for Brian here. If the student is not there, it will show you that the student is not there. So what else do you have within this report form? So students with streams without, and you can also check the activity. For example, if somebody has been logged into this application, this feature here will monitor all the activities that are happening within. So you can get to know somebody who deleted something without maybe your authorization and so forth. So we have that feature there. All right, guys. So this is the report form. If you have any questions, something that I have not explained further, please, my details are there. Contact me on my Facebook page at Web Dev Trainee, and my number is also there. You can also visit my website webdevtrainee.com, and you'll also get more information about me.